Hey, this is John. This is my Exceed RC Blazing Star model helicopter with some minor weight reduction modifications. When I first got it, I thought it was broken because I set it down on the floor and I increased the throttle slowly and the blades are spinning fine, and then the top rotor started to slow down and then eventually stopped. So I was kind of bummed that it appeared to not be working, but just experimenting with a few things, either completely solve the problem or just have a workaround. I did some searching online and saw that other people were having similar difficulties. In some cases, people might actually have a bad receiver or a broken motor or something, but I think mine, everything on mine is fine. It was just a matter of adjustment and a matter of how I take off. So I have the settings on the receiver pretty much where they came from the factory, except for the extent adjustment, the bottom setting there. Turned a little bit more clockwise than from where I got it, so now it's about almost to 9 o'clock. Now the names of those settings there, sensitive and extent, I don't think they actually do what they say. The way that the bottom adjustment behaves, I think it might be the gyro gain, so affecting how much the signal that the gyro is creating translated into the top rotor movement. Because as far as I can tell, the bottom rotor, the rate of that rotor is directly controlled by the throttle, and then the rate of the top rotor is merely controlled by the gyro to either just cancel out the torque created by the lower rotor or to spin faster or slower to turn the model. Actually, I'm gonna turn the adjustment back down a little bit to start, down to 6 o'clock. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we start it up here. Alright, now I'm just going to throttle up slowly and we'll see what happens. Alright, so you can see top rotor is not even spinning at all. And I think if you throttle enough and then start to give right rudder, eventually the top rotor will start spinning, because that's what would need to happen in order to turn the model to the right. So in order to get the top rotor to spin at all, it has to be almost all the way completely right rudder. So let me slow down a bit here and come in and turn the bottom extent adjustment clockwise, and you see the top rotor start turning already. So I'll start trying to get it back up to almost 9 o'clock. And even now, the top blades will stop if you have the model just sitting in one place on the ground, because if something's holding the model, keeping it from turning, there's no reason for the top rotor to spin, because there's no torque, no spin of the model that needs to be canceled out. So I'll just reset the gyro there, and we'll do a little takeoff, and I'm going to move back for safety's sake. So, things work fine. I hope that helps other people out there that are having a similar problem. Maybe you don't need to replace your receiver or your motors. There might be an issue with the one that I have here, like I said, but seems to work fine once you get it up off the ground, and just make a minor adjustment to the extent adjustment. And then also, as you change the extent adjustment, you will have to change the trim setting on the rudder to compensate. But yeah, I hope that helps.